Hello and welcome to the SheerLuxe show. I'm Georgie Coleridge-Cole and I'm thrilled to be here with another action-packed show. Today Laura Black will be here with her week in outfits for autumn-winter. Expect lots of pretty tops and of course some great knitwear too. Two of the most revered cosmetic physicians in London will be sharing their advice on tweakments, and Sommer Pyne is here with a delicious autumnal supper. Plus we have a roundup from Paris Fashion Week and some chat with two of my favourite ladies. Hi Ria, hi Lou.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, very well. Feeling very wintry now.
It's cold today.
It's cold. It's very cold.
I've got short sleeves on and I've been really chilly all day. I'm like, today's the last day.
It's so warm outside. It's like 16.5 degrees. That's warm.
I feel cold.
I feel cold too.
I'm boiling over here.
I feel cold. We're going to start off today with... It's like, oh, can we just have fun?
Let's have a happy day.
We're going to start off with something, I guess, that's really got us all, well, is two incidents recently. Obviously, Sarah Everard and now Sabina Nessa, and the statement from Sarah Everard's mother following the trial with that sick son of a that he is. And... because that statement from the mother was just totally harrowing, wasn't it? It really brought it home, the impact of his actions on that family, and like how dare he just take her away from them. And same with Sabina. And I don't know, they're kind of both quite local to where we are in London, and it just really brings it home how careful we need to be. And I've like had chats with my children about never walking on the common ever on their own in the evening. And yeah, it's a bit of a reminder to just not take anything for granted and not to be careless. In fact, I told a girlfriend off the other day. She was like, "My house is just there," and I was like, "No." How do you feel? Has it been a bit of a reminder for you too? I mean, it has for me. Has it?
I mean, absolutely for me. I was saying earlier, like for me, it's something that I actually think about a lot, which I don't know if that's like a kind of a paranoia. But when you
think about your safety, I think
about my safety and like women's safety a huge amount. Whenever I'm in Ubers, whenever I'm walking home, like even, I guess it's these two, murders in quite quick succession.
Yeah.
And that's just ones that are outside. It's not counting the ones that are kind of domestic. When you see the stats, I think you remember that actually it's like an incessant violence on women. And it's just these two have been kind of put in the forefront. To think that walking home, and now it's, it's like getting dark at 6-7 o'clock and walking off the bus or from the tube station. Many of my friends now do not feel safe. I don't feel safe. And I was kind of almost joking to my friend. I was like, I'm like not a small woman. Like I'm 5'10", like I'm a size 14, like I'm built solidly and I'm worried. And it's, all of these things about putting keys in between your knuckles and getting like panic alarms and stuff. It's like, why should we have to do that to feel safe?
We shouldn't.
Yeah.
But do what you've got to do.
Yeah.
Like, obviously we shouldn't, but there's a lot of things that shouldn't happen in this world and that are really wrong.
Yeah.
But like, put those keys in your hat. Like,
and do
I'm
what you have to do.
for doing what you have to. You've got to take it into your own hands because you can't predict when there's another sick person walking down the road, can you? Yeah, scary. Lou?
Yeah, it's really, really terrifying. And I think, as you're saying, particularly now with it getting darker in the evening and, whether it's a 5-minute journey or a half-an-hour journey, like there are parts of your commute that you are going to do by yourself. And it's unrealistic, I think, that you will always be able to get an Uber, walk with a friend. Yes, in an ideal situation you would, but that unfortunately that isn't always the case for people. So how you then feel safe in those situations. And
I said the other day, I was like, you should just never walk in the dark. And one of the team was like, but Georgie, when I get out of the station, like
you have to.
It's dark at 4, not like 4 o'clock it'll get dark. And I was like, do you know what? Fair enough, but almost like leaving the office, I'm like, people should go in pairs. You should never be the last one in the office. Always have a buddy. Like my husband hates it if I'm in the office on my own at night. He hates it. But I think just trying to have as few moments like that as possible.
the thing is, it's crazy because now I guess the option or the message is, you know, get an Uber rather than walk. But I think most women, they don't also feel safe in Ubers.
No.
It's
Get a lift with a policeman rather than walk.
Exactly.
And then,
Exactly.
Also, a lot of people can't afford to get an Uber for like every part of their journey.
Exactly.
So I think again, like that's like, you know, it's unrealistic to think that we can do that all the time. And on Saturday night, I was in Bristol and I had to go out somewhere, and it was probably like a 20-minute walk that I would have normally been quite comfortable doing by myself. And I was like, no, actually, I shouldn't do that at night. And didn't. But yeah, it's changed.
have a friend to say, like, when I grew up in London, so I'm quite streetwise, and I never ever, I always had a friend to stay. Like, I was only ever allowed out if I had a friend staying with me, and I either had to like save up and get a taxi, or I had to have a friend with me. And I'm not saying I had loads of money for taxis. So I was a teenager, like I didn't, but those were the rules. Like I either saved enough for my pocket money, allowance, whatever it was, or I had a friend staying the night to.
But it's scary now, I think, because the timing also is so shocking. Because now there's like a I don't know, like a shortage of Ubers and cars now. So now trying to get an Uber. So it's like now it's like I'm thinking like Christmas party season or whatever. Women trying to get home, and it's like actually they might have to now wait so long for an Uber, and that. It's like, what is the long-term solution?
Or I sometimes where I'm like, okay, I can't get one in this area. I'll walk like 10 minutes and I'll try and get someone else from there, or I'll try and get pull a black cab or whatever from there. And then, you end up walking like, okay, right, I'm halfway there and I might as well just carry on.
Yeah. Not worth it.
No.
Not worth it. If anything good can come out of these two tragic deaths, then hopefully it's a reminder to us all.
Yeah.
Cheery. Let's change the subject. Something more cheery. Actually, although I don't run a business with a storefront on Instagram, I was not having Instagram in my life. We use Instagram at SheerLuxe. It's not like it's not part of our business. But could we maybe just have like country by country laws that bans it from certain hours? Just to get into bed on Monday night and not be able to be on Instagram or to have like a gazillion class WhatsApps going, have you got a plan for tomorrow? Have you remembered it's Tuesday?
If you could get rid of either Instagram or WhatsApp, which one would be the one you would kill?
WhatsApp. Oh my God. Every day of the week, 3 WhatsApp class groups is it is
too much.
Endless. Definitely WhatsApp. What about you? Instagram or WhatsApp?
Yeah, WhatsApp, definitely. My husband and I never WhatsApp each other. We only ever text. And I realised that. I was like, I don't know why we do. But also, why do you WhatsApp everyone and not just text them? It's quite strange.
I know. Well, because of the groups. I also find with my husband, we're really inconsistent. So sometimes I text, sometimes he's like, the thread is all over the place. It's whichever I get to quickest, basically, because I'm in such a hurry. Ria, WhatsApp or Instagram, what would you kill
I would kill Instagram. It's just a waste of time. I'm way more productive without it. And I spend a lot of, I'm sure as we all do, endless hours scrolling like, oh, that's a cute cat, or that's a nice pair of boots or whatever.
So I love Instagram. Like I love the people that I follow. It really entertains me. Like I really genuinely love Instagram. I love following inspiring women. But I went through the other day, and I was like, unfollow. So I now follow 350 people, mainly people, on Instagram. Yeah. And
what do you mean, mainly people?
Well, not brands. I tend to follow. I tend to follow
animals.
I tend to follow individuals, and it's really nice. Although I'm sure there are a few people who are like, okay,
they're going to check now, see if you've culled them.
Have you made the cut?
Yeah.
But anyway, it was really nice, wasn't it?
It was nice. I meditated in the bath. My friend my friend had to iMessage me and said, I just meditated, go meditate. She was like, you were in my meditations. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do this. So I got in the bath, meditated for 2 hours, and it was nice.
2 hours in the bath? Did you get tepid? Yeah.
Oh, I just keep topping it up.
Okay.
Because it's my bath, my rules. Nice. So I can't sit in there cold. I love a long bath. It's the height of luxury.
Really hot,
really hot, long bath. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to have the sweats. Although when I start pruning, I'm like, it's time to get out.
It's time to get out. Which brings me neatly on to what your bedtime routines are. I didn't sleep very well on the detox. I don't sleep very well. It's no secret. Instagram, WhatsApp don't help. What are your nighttime routines? Bath, meditation?
Well, no, I wish they were. Anybody that saw me here last time was that maybe a month ago. So I have quite a poor morning routine. So my nighttime routine isn't that much better. But I will say my morning routine has improved. My nighttime routine, I try and get screens down and closed. Try being the operative word. I don't know, hope for the best, spray some This Works pillow spray or Votary pillow spray and just tuck under. I sleep once I'm asleep.
Are you a good sleeper?
Yes. Once I'm asleep, I am asleep. So I don't have too much trouble.
Those days.
Like disclaimer, I have no children. So maybe that's like a big thing.
It's not children.
Is it not?
Me.
Oh.
No, my children, I don't get up for children in the night unless they're
Magnesium, actually. Magnesium, the Nuco magnesium, if I actually am having trouble, is brilliant. So magnesium is actually a muscle relaxant anyway. So that, when I take that and I have a spray, that actually truly helps me on the rare occasions when I am struggling. It happens, but very rarely.
Purus, I find their CBD is really good. And actually Nuco is really good. I need to get back into taking magnesium before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
I need to get back into having a better routine. I do love having a bath and getting to bed. There's nice lying under your sheets with clean feet. That's just
my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
I quite often just rinse my feet.
Yeah.
Because there's something about clean feet.
Yeah.
Under sheets. It's just so nice.
Agreed.
What is your routine?
I would say it's not like my routine, but like my go-tos for oh God, I really need a good night's sleep would be clean sheets, fresh pajamas, comfy pajamas.
Piglet.
Well. Piglet. I know you're a convert now.
Oh my God, Piglet. I've got lots of pairs of pajamas. They are the best. The elastic's just right.
Yeah.
There's enough room for your arms. Your legs don't get tangled because they do long arms, they do shorts. They're just the best.
They're so comfortable.
I literally had to put them in the wash this morning. I was a bit sad because I was like, that's a day without my piglets. Like, they're that good.
You need to get a second pair.
If you miss them in the autumn fair, just suck it up and get yourself some PJs.
So you got the pink?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, I've got the pink and white, which I can do on rotation.
You were talking about the
that.
fridges. I'm like, it's just a pair of linen. It's just a pair of linen. PJs.
So much more. So yeah, fresh sheets and clean PJs. And we've just put on our winter duvet. So we've got one of those togs that's like 4.5 and 9.5, so you can have summer, winter weight. We've now combined them back on with a winter duvet.
It's a double?
It's, what do you mean double?
So is it like two together?
Yeah, exactly. And the weight of a heavy duvet, oh my God, it's heaven. We
went to stay at a really nice pub the other day with rooms, and the duvet was really thin.
Oh no.
And I was like, I can't sleep with that duvet.
No.
I was like, I need one of the, it's not enough weight.
Yeah.
He's like, you are ridiculous. So I had to sleep with 2 towels on top of the duvet to give me the
But
weight.
a weighted blanket.
Yeah, weighted blankets are a thing.
Yeah.
So,
they're a bit like old people, aren't they? They're like what you buy in those catalogues that have
No, they're really cool now.
slippers with torches in built into them. Do you know what I mean? Like biro talk, but do you know what I mean?
I do know that my grandma
things
has
you don't know you need.
Yeah.
Innovations catalogues. That's what they're called.
I'm going to get Mella. Mella, great brand. Not plugging, I don't work with them. But they make the most amazing eucalyptus silk bedding. So it's like a vegan silk. And they have the best weighted blanket. Ooh. So I feel like they'll probably contact you now.
Okay, hit me up, Mella.
You will sleep. Yeah. It's like 7 kilos.
Are they like scalloped and pretty and?
It's just the duvet, not the cover. Okay. It's just the actual duvet.
Okay. I'm in for it.
Yeah. Heavy duvet. And I like the room to be cold, but me to be cozy. So I will always have the window open, even if it's in like the peak of winter, window open, and then I'm really wrapped up inside. Best
thing we did in our house, ceiling fan.
Oh, nice.
Amazing. Anyway, we're whittering on Puritan. That's what does it for me. Took 2 last night, slept quite well. Oops, I think my mother's not watching, I'll get in trouble for that. Anyway.
How are you not drowsy today if you took 2 last night?
Because I've had 2 Diet Coats.
Okay, balance them out.
And a workout, that woke me up.
Okay.
Heavy legs after a couple of periods. I got through it. Anyway, finally, we've been chatting for far too long. Can we finish with a quick movie recommendation? I watched Cruella at the weekend. I can't stop thinking about how awesome it was. Have you seen it?
I have. I didn't love it as much as you did, if I'm honest. Sorry, I feel like I'm going to be unfollowed on Instagram when I check later. It was very jumpy.
I got the giggles. Basically, if the continuity isn't great, we just had to stop filming because my phone rang. Anyway, we had a little giggle, and now we're struggling to concentrate. Anyway, I thought Cruella was excellent. Now she's really loved it.
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, you've
We
seen
watched
it?
it a couple of weeks ago, and I really enjoyed it. My husband loved it. And I was very surprised that
The cinema
why he loved it that much. It is really fun though.
The cinema photography, have you heard of that? The cinematography is excellent. This is not going well at all. Lou, what film? What's your film rec?
What's what?
What's your film recommendation?
I haven't watched anything great and jolly in a while. The last thing I watched was The Father, which is far from jolly. Have you seen that?
No. But do we need any more? We don't. I think skip The Father. Rhea, have you got anything to add?
James Bond. I watched it on Saturday.
I'm going next week.
Yeah, it's very good. You should definitely watch
Charlotte
that.
said it was amazing.
Yeah, I think you would love it. Okay. You're going to watch it. You'll love it. It's very good.
Can't wait.
But long. I don't like it when a movie's more than 2 hours.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
My final recommendation for today, this has been a disaster, is He's All That, which I really enjoyed.
Is that in relation to She's All
Lily,
That?
who's filming the show, thinks it's crap. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 31%, but anyway, my 10-year-old and I absolutely loved it. So if you wake up with a hangover and you want some rubbish to watch, He's All That. Exactly.
I don't think you like a good shit film.
I like this.
Okay.
Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much, Lou, Rhea. Gosh, fun. Next today, we're taking a look at Laura Black's Week in Outfits.
Hi, I'm Laura Black, and this is my autumn-winter week in outfits. Mondays are my busiest day, so I like to start the week feeling pulled together. Here I've gone for a Sandro navy blazer and paired it with my well-loved ba&sh boots. I've dressed the look down with some grey denim and a simple black racerback tank. I'm usually drawn to a neutral palette, but there's something about the colour of this horror bikini top that caught my eye. I've teamed it with a pair of wide-leg jeans and simple white boots for now, but can see it working just as well with darker denim and black as the days get cooler. Stripes are big this season, and I love the look when oversized and teamed with leather and a pair of chunky biker boots. This look is warm and comfortable, ideal for those days when working from home. Keeping a look tonal is an easy way to get dressed when you feel like you have nothing to wear. I'm wearing a gorgeous balloon sleeve cashmere jumper from M, Gap jeans and Isabel Marant Dicker boots. You could dress this up a little with gold jewellery and layer it up with a shacket or wraparound coat as we head into winter. Although I love to dress up on a Friday, I usually keep it fairly simple. I'm wearing a simple wool turtleneck from Novo London, a pair of black tailored trousers, and let these Loft Lorandal shoes do the talking. The weekend is a mixture of friends, walks, and juggling children. Practicality is key. I'm wearing an oversized quilt coat from Stories, a simple grey wool knit, jeans, and these rubber Ganni Chelsea boots. I'm not really one for a welly in the city and love these as an alternative. On Sundays, I just want to be comfy. This is a super simple outfit that requires little thought and I know will keep me cozy. I've loved this Free People fleece over the last year and can't wait for cooler days so I can bring it back out again. Thanks so much for watching. Please find all details for the outfits below.
Cheers. 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 What are you drinking?
Espresso martini.
Somebody say party!
I feel so lucky to work with you guys. Thank you, Laura. Gorgeous, as always. Now, last week, Charlotte Collins met with two of London's most in-demand cosmetic doctors, MARYAM ZAMANI and BIBI GHALAIE. She got the lowdown on what's hot and what's not in the world of non-surgical procedures. Now, it's not for everyone, but as we always say at SheerLuxe, knowledge is power, and if it is for you, then here's what you need to know before you embark on any type of treatment.
The popularity of TWEAKMENTS has been on the rise for a while now, and whilst they might not be for everybody, knowledge is power, and if it is something that you're interested in, well, we've got two of the best here with us today. We've got, I want to get this right, oculoplastic surgeon, Dr. MARYAM ZAMANI, and cosmetic physician, Dr. BIBI GHALAIE. Hi both, welcome. Hi. I mean, you truly are two of the best. We've got a piece running on site next week with our 10 best aesthetic practitioners in London, and naturally you two are on the list.
Thank you.
You're the best. So I'm thrilled that you're here today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Can we just talk first of all about TWEAKMENTS, what they are, what does that mean? You know, people have this impression of cosmetic surgery. So what is the difference? What is a TWEAKMENT, MARYAM?
So a treatment is really something small. It's something that you can go in, you know, you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh, I don't really like that so much, or I wish I could just adjust this ever so slightly, or I see a little line here or there. And a tweakment is something that I call tweakment, is something that you go in and you do it quite quickly and easily without much downtime, if any at all. It's really something for yourself to make you feel better about perhaps something that you're a little insecure about.
And BIBI, is it a new concept, or is it just that the word TWEAKMENTS is sort of new and everybody's talking about them now? Kind of how long have they been around for?
I think TWEAKMENTS have always been around, but I think, you know, it kind of depends on what people understand by the word. I think everyone understands something different. Both of us pride ourselves on natural and a natural approach. Certainly, that's what I try and achieve. And I think for me, TWEAKMENTS are more an enhancement of someone's natural beauty rather than a significantly invasive procedure or something that's really going to change how they look. So if it's just something to enhance your already, you know, existing features, these things have been around for years. It's just that they've surged in popularity, which is why I think people are much more aware of them now.
And have they got better? Is that the other thing as well? Are there better treatments, versions of, I mean, by better I mean kind of less painful, that kind of thing, than there used to be?
Well, I think I mean, when I was training, actually, we didn't have a lot of this stuff around at all. So you obviously had the lasers, the light therapies, some different kinds of modalities of treatment in that sense, and of course surgery. But the world of injectables, for instance, you know, didn't exist in the way that it does right now. We didn't have skin boosters. We didn't have such an array of different types of hyaluronic acid fillers. There were a lot of other kinds of fillers that were more permanent. So actually, I think the breadth of our armoire of all the things that we can do is actually so much bigger than what we had before.
I'm a bit of a novice on the subject, so kind of humour me. Hyaluronic, I can't even say it.
Hyaluronic acid.
That's the one. That's obviously, as you say, now a kind of a type of filler. Is that kind of kinder to the skin, less dangerous, kind of what, it's better, right, than the old school filler?
So hyaluronic acid is a temporary and reversible filler, and so it's gained a lot of popularity for that reason. One is that it's temporary. It can last anywhere from 3 to 24 months, depending on the type of filler you used. And for some reason you don't like something, you can always dissolve it, which is a really nice attribute to have to something when you're a novice, especially to having a filler, or in general to always know that you have a way to try and improve the situation if there was also a complication.
Okay, so that's a good kind of entry level.
Absolutely.
Okay, BIBI, what else has become popular in recent years? What is on the rise that you know people didn't know about before?
So I think the more subtle treatments are becoming increasingly popular, especially in the younger age group. There isn't this trend for these ridiculously dramatic treatments and a huge change in how you look. So certainly in my clinic, skin boosters are really popular, and that's hyaluronic acid mixed with vitamins, amino acids, and minerals to boost the quality and the radiance of the skin. And also things like Profilo, which are collagen and elastin boosting agents. So these are very popular treatments. They're done with minimal downtime, and it's like having a supercharged facial. It lasts, you know, 6 months. So those are very popular. And then also more subtle dermal fillers, like a subtle lip enhancement, a subtle chin enhancement. These are becoming increasingly popular because, like I said, they're just there to enhance the natural features rather than providing a significant change.
What can you do then if you're kind of thinking of dipping your toe in the water? What is the smallest tweakment that you could do that could make the biggest impact? I know you'll say it's to do with kind of what it is on your face that you want to, you know, to sort out. But if there's something you could do that would just lift you, brighten you, make you look that bit better? What's the smallest one?
If it's someone who's a little bit older, so say mid-40s to mid-50s, the mid-face is an area of the face that starts to age, and that can really contribute to a haggard appearance. So I think just placing a little bit of dermal filler, hyaluronic acid into the mid-face, that can really improve the youthfulness. Because when we talk about youthfulness, comparing an old face to a younger face, the difference is that the volume is here in a younger face, whereas the volume shifts downwards in an older face. If it's a younger patient, if they've got a very dynamic face and there's lots of expression lines, just a subtle baby Botox can have a really big impact on how fresh they look.
And where? In the forehead?
In the upper face. So yeah, forehead and around the eyes and the frown, even in older patients. So I think baby Botox and mid-face fillers for me are the kind of first points of call that I tend to suggest for little enhancements.
A little tweak. What's the most painful procedure?
I mean, I think it's all about expectation, and also, you know, a lot of these dermal fillers, a lot of them have anesthetic already mixed inside of them. So it's really that little pinch when you're getting the needle's entering the skin, and people are often surprised how relatively pain-free they are.
Why do you think the whole treatment thing is on the rise? What is, you know, so many more people are talking about it, getting it done, being open about it. Is that what's happening? That
That's
people are just
helped
talking
a lot.
about it
People
more?
like you talking about it right now for your audience is really helpful. I think the pandemic helped a lot in many different ways. One, people were video conferencing and looking at themselves like they've never looked at themselves before.
Tell me about it, yeah.
They have seen every line, animation that they're doing, so they can see weird things when they're smiling or laughing, and they're like, oh my God, what's happened to me?
True, yeah.
And they focused more on it. They've had more time for downtime, so sometimes some of the more invasive procedures do have some downtime, and working from home made it a little bit more possible to be able to do those treatments. They also understand that there are tweakments, that you don't go from zero to having, you know, a facelift essentially, and there's a lot of things in between that they can do. They can improve their texture of their skin, their pores, they can help fine lines and wrinkles, dark circles. They can make themselves feel a little bit better.
I think social media, whether it's perceived as a positive or negative influencer in people's lives, I think it's had a huge impact on the aesthetic industry, especially in the last few years. People are so sensitive to images, and it's, you know, it takes one looking at one before and after and thinking, actually, I have that issue. Maybe that would work for me, and then they'll book in. So I think social media has had a big impact, and also knowledge is available at the touch of a button and in nugget-sized bits, and it's very easy for people to access what they can achieve from the aesthetics industry, whether it's injectables or medical grade skincare or lasers. And so people, I think, are finding it much more accessible than they did, say, 10 years ago. Women don't hide it so much from their partners as they used to, and men similarly. So I think it's a much more accepted treatment these days.
Yeah, so true. You know, if people are watching and they want to, you know, they're interested in giving it a go, obviously then, other than coming to see you two lovely ladies, how do they begin to find the right person to see? You know, what questions should they be asking? What should they be looking out for? How do you do your research on who is legitimate?
I think it's super important for patients to be aware that they're going to be in much safer hands if they see a medic. And by medic, I mean a doctor, a dentist, or a nurse prescriber. It's very easy for patients to check the qualifications of the person they're going to. And the reason it's so important is that because we're accountable, we have an organization that we have to answer to. So if something should go wrong, there's a certain element of responsibility there. We're constantly educating ourselves, going to conferences, going to lectures, you know, going on courses, learning. And so that's a learning curve where we learn how to perfect our techniques, how to give better results. And also, it's important when you go to see someone to see how often they do the procedure that you're looking for. If I want to get my lips done, I won't go to somebody who's just doing lips once a week. You know, if you want to get your under eyes done similarly, you want to see someone who's doing those procedures many times a day, because they'll be able to tell you about their complication rates, what's gone right, what's gone wrong, how they've been able to rectify it if something has gone wrong. And then also show you a portfolio of their clinical work. Look, here are my thousands of before and afters. You can see a range of different ages, men, women, old, young, and this is my portfolio of work. And I think that's really important, because that's the only way you're going to be able to ascertain the kind of result that you're going to get.
But, you know, if you go for a consultation, what are the key things that you should be thinking about and the conversations you should be having?
Well, I think information is the most important. So, you know, go in for the consultation, ask what bothers you. I always like to ask people, for instance, what bothers you when you come in, and for you to have a clear understanding of what you want. I would also say stay away from somebody who wants to do a lot all at once. And so it's always better to go slow and steady. You can always come back and have more treatments done.
If you're not happy with something once you've had it done, I mean, we're talking about things hopefully that are reversible, right, if they are treatments, but what should you do?
Call your doctor
Yeah,
and
call
go
your
back
doctor.
and see and see the person who treated you. I mean, there is a lot of room for tweaking even things that you're unhappy with. If it's dermal fillers, there is you can dissolve some of them. So it really, you can tweak a lot of things and make it better. Sometimes patients come in and said, oh, I didn't want to go back to this practitioner because I ended up with my eyebrows, super high. And actually, as a practitioner, if that's happening, they didn't have enough Botox, not the opposite. And so actually, if they'd gone back to that doctor who had done the initial treatment, they would have probably been able to rectify that.
Okay,
so it's sometimes people think, oh my gosh, they messed up, but actually it's not that. So it's just go back, and there can always be a little tweak made.
Okay, good to know. Finally, what's coming up? Is there anything new, anything that's on the horizon that is really exciting, that's a bit game-changing, that's a bit different?
I've just introduced a new treatment, which has just come over from America. I've been waiting for it for a long time.
Me too.
And it's for fat dissolving. It's for double chin. And I'm super excited about it because there are a lot of these on the market. I'm quite cautious about what I introduce into the clinic. And my philosophy is kind of, if I'm not willing to have it done on myself, I won't advocate it to my patients.
That's clever, I like that, okay.
And I spent a lot of time reviewing the research behind this treatment, and there's a wealth of evidence behind it, and it's safe. It's an expensive treatment, but it's effective, and it's permanent.
And what is it exactly?
I can't say the name of it because we're not allowed
No, but
to,
like procedure-wise.
It's basically, it's a series of injections that dissolves the fat in this area, the kind of under the chin area, but it does so permanently.
Okay, and you've introduced the same?
I have introduced it. I really do like it. I mean, obviously with the right candidate.
Sure.
And also, I just think there's a lot of new changes in the skin boosters that are going on. And so I think that's going to continue to grow. And I think people will just, that'll be like a facial. They just come in and they have their little skin booster because it just does so much with so little effort. I absolutely love this new machine that I bought that also we haven't had in the UK. So one of only, I think it's 2 clinics in the UK that have it right now from Saiton. And it's just a platform machine that has light and laser combined, and really amazing results for texture, for quality of skin, for pigmentation. And I couldn't wait. I did have my first treatment and I just love it so much. So I'm very excited about that. So yes, there's a lot. There's always lots of fun things going on.
I've gone way over time and I'm so excited to continue this conversation off camera. Sorry to everybody who's also enthralled. I really could talk to you all day. Thank you both so much for joining us. We will put all the information you need to know about both MARYAM and BIBI in the show notes below. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
See you soon.
What's up, SheerLuxe? It's Idalia Salsamendi, and we are back for the fashion week, this time in my favorite city, Paris, in my favorite hotel, Amastan. And today we're going to my favorite show, DIOR. Yeah, you're coming along with me to DIOR, to a couple of presentations, and even a special cocktail party. We have a jam-packed day, and I cannot wait to get this day started. So let's go!
Alrighty, so we are off to PATOU. I am wearing PATOU. It's like a business in the front, party downstairs. I love everything that they're doing. I think they're such a colorful and vibrant brand. And this is gonna be the first time that I see them in person. So I'm really excited. And it's a beautiful day in Paris. I'm wearing sunglasses in Paris. That's how gorgeous it is. So we're here in PATOU. Alrighty, so we're on the way to DIOR. I am so excited, guys. This is the first time that I'm going to the show. It's one of my favorite houses. So we are waiting outside to enter. This is the line. You guys, it's crazy outside.
Alrighty guys, I am here with the man himself, Geraldo from Roger Vivier. So Geraldo, thank you for having
Thank you
me.
for coming.
Okay, what inspired this collection?
Let's say color, of course. Yeah, joy. Yeah, color.
Color.
Yeah, joy for life. I think that, especially for the next season,
Oh,
I really
so
like the idea. Well, I especially like yellow.
Yeah.
But you're gonna see all the colors here.
Perfect.
And we're gonna present 20 different bags.
20?
20 different
Wow.
embroidery. We're gonna
Okay.
present it on the boutique like a pièce unique, all
Okay.
embroidery by hand.
Awesome.
But yeah, embroidery for the day, more
Okay.
than for the night.
Okay, okay. And if you had to pick one piece here that's your favorite, what would it be? It's that one? Okay, this is the easiest interview ever.
I was
Okay,
here.
so I'm going to be taking this along with me.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Thanks.
This is beautiful. Awesome. I was just telling your team that I love your presentation.
Thank you very much.
They're always so creative. Your work is magnificent.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so after the Dior show, of course, it's the Dior party. We're here celebrating Miss Dior.
Welcome back. That was fascinating. Thank you both. Next up, content creator Sommer Pyne is here with the next in her series of autumnal recipes. Today, it's the delicious chicken dish with baby spinach.
Hi, I'm Summer and I'm here with SheerLuxe and the Creuset, and I'm going to cook you my chicken cider herb hot pot. This is one of those dishes where there's a few little steps, but once it's all in the pot, you can kind of just leave it and then get on with your day. I've already prepared some of the vegetables, so today we're going to use some baby potatoes and carrots. We're also going to layer it with sweet potato and potato, and I'm doing this just because it looks really lovely. You could actually skip that if you want, but I think when you present that on the table, it just gives it that little wow factor. Again, this is warm and comforting, perfect for this season. Okay, so I've got my lardons, and so what we're going to do is just pan fry them dry. You don't need any oil because we're going to get the fat from the lardons. I'm just going to cook this until they crisp up. So while that's cooking, I've got chicken pieces here. As I said, you can use breast if you prefer, but I think you get more flavor when chicken is on the bone. I've just seasoned this, and then we're going to brown this in the casserole dish in a moment. It's getting nice and crispy. And you can see all that lovely fat. That's what you want because that's where the flavor is at. Okay, so I think they're looking good now. I'm just going to take these out and put them on paper towel. Okay, so now we're just going to brown the chicken pieces. This is starting to look really nice and brown, so I'm just going to turn this over. Okay, so the chicken is done. I'm just going to place that on here to drain. And then we're going to use all these lovely juices to build our casserole. A dollop of olive oil. Okay, and some butter. And to that we're going to add shallots, leek, stir that up for a little bit. I'm going to do this for a couple of minutes until the shallots are opaque. Now we're going to add the garlic. I love lots of garlic. So we're going to put some lemon juice in there. I'm going to add the potatoes. At this stage as well, you can add in the carrots. So now we're just going to add some cider and then some chicken stock. We're going to let the alcohol bubble away. To this, we're going to add some mustard, whole grain mustard, and a little bit of honey. All the measurements will be below. So now you just want to let this cook for about 10 minutes. You just want the potatoes to soften and all the flavors to mix together. And that is already smelling amazing.
And I just love these Le Creuset casserole pans because you can literally fry in it, then you pop it in the oven, and then it's just ready to serve. Great for a one-pot meal.
Okay, so this has been bubbling away for about 10 minutes and it's looking delish. I'm now gonna add the chicken and the lardons back into the pan, and then we're going to put this in the oven for 50 minutes, and then we'll come on to the next step. While that's cooking away, we're going to prepare the top. I want to slice really thin slices of the potato and sweet potato. You can do this with a knife, but a mandolin is so much easier. It's a lifesaver. So you simply put your potato in the top like that, and then you're just going to slice it like this. So the chicken hot pot has been in for 50 minutes. I'm just taking it out to have a look, and it's looking amazing. All we need to do is pop in the cream. And you might just want to mix it around the sides, but as it bubbles away, all the juices will mix in together and it will look nice and creamy when you finish. Okay, so it's a little bit fiddly, but it's worth it because it will look great. So you put your potato, sweet potato, and you know what? It doesn't have to be perfect. I just like doing it in a swirl like this. So this is the finished product. As you can see, we've done all the layers, and now we just need to brush it with butter, like so it'll get nice and brown in the oven. So that's ready to go. Okay, so the chicken hot pot is ready. As you can see, it's looking really good. I'm just gonna add some crispy sage leaves to the top like that for some color and flavor. All I've done with the sage leaves, I've just put them in olive oil in a pan and crisp them up like that. And I'm going to serve this with some crusty bread. I've got some spinach with olive oil and garlic, and some olive oil and balsamic vinegar. And this is such a beautiful meal to have when the month is cooler and you just want something comforting and warming. I hope you enjoy.
So that's it for today. Thank you so much, Sommer, MARYAM, BIBI, Idalia, Ria, Laura and Charlotte. On the next show, we have some high street fashion, another home tour with interior designer Fee Kroll, travel trends for 2021. Plus, Idalia is sharing her latest beauty trends. We hope you'll join us. In the meantime, we would love it if you could comment below, give us a thumbs up, and do subscribe if you haven't yet. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Bye-bye.